Hi, Michael.
Hi, Sanjay.
Hi. Well, we've seen, was it a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, we've seen the low shipment report for almonds. And, looking slightly from afar, not being right in the thick of it, it does seem to me that there's a noticeable kind of softening in attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, in almonds you have the primary market, which is really California and the Californian growers, and then you have, I suppose, the primary demand is the marzipan demand in Europe. And then you have a secondary market, which trades almost in an option-like manner, with a lot of washouts and all this. And usually in the situation, if we'd gone back, if we were, say, 5 years ago or something, people in the secondary market, which is probably much more active then, they've been very aggressively trying to short this market, push it down, push it down, push it down. Of course, all those guys, and including us to some extent, taken a bit of a whipping, and certainly we're not trying to push any market any way. But it does seem to me that there is some desire to get sales from California. Do you think that's correct?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. We've seen the market move about 50 cents on standards and
Right, okay.
30, 40 cents on other grades in about 3 weeks. It's a significant change.
Yeah.
We're probably at the same price today where we were this time last year. However, there is a different feel. Last year we were on a rising market.
Yeah.
So it was gathering momentum. People like to buy when the price is going up. Of course, you feel good if you've bought something and tomorrow it's more expensive.
Well, that's right. It's always easier to kickstart a market with a discount, and then you're rewarding previous purchases. People can snowball along a position and stay ahead of the game. Difficult when you're going down because nobody wants to get their feet wet.
Well, no, you don't feel great when you bought something and then tomorrow it's 5 cents cheaper. And it's been on that downward sort of trajectory of the last 3 weeks, where the market is getting cheaper every day, pretty much. And okay, why is this happening? Well, we heard that this crop is not going to be great. It's going to be, the objective was 1.8. There's been a lot of talk of 1.7.
Right.
So you think, well, why?
Are we still hearing that as loudly?
Not as loudly, but there is still a feeling in California that this is not going to get to 180.
Right.
But what has sort of pushed this down recently is we had a 370 odd million carryover. We've had an early crop, and we've got a lot of stock in Europe still. So if you're if you wanted to buy for shipments and you're not happy with the price, you're quite happy to just sit there knowing that you can pick off stuff.
That there's stuff on the spot to be had. Kind of pretty much the opposite exactly of this point last year.
So there is no pressure on buyers, and they will just continue to sit and wait. And all the time the stuff is coming in. There's good carryover, and I think California are looking at it and going, we want to sell October, November shipments, and the buyers don't want to buy October, November shipments because they have enough cover till the end of the year. They have enough
cover,
and there's plenty of stock in Europe.
Yeah, and also the focus because of this. Let's say people buying in tranches. I mean, what we've noticed on the Brazil nuts is that interest is already now. On Jan, Feb, March. Jan to June even.
Right.
Which is like, supposedly after the party. It's like the party's already discounted. We've already got all the beer we need for the party.
Right,
we're talking about the next party now. May have missed the boat.
And I think that's where the pressure's coming. It's definitely on the near side. They're not too fussed about selling the new year just yet. As I say, they're still talking about it.
So
being
neither buyers or sellers are particularly doing much forward.
No. It's very much sort of hand to mouth.
But
they have cover up until November, December. So when you see a market that's coming off, why would you try and buy January now when the price is coming down and you have cover?
Yeah,
there's no
so
incentive.
It breaks on all the while,
yeah.
and a kind of loss of interest. I mean, there's a number of traders who would have probably be sitting on 50 to 100 containers of stock at this time of year, either afloat or they have it in their position, and the goods would be being prepared to be shipped and all that. Well, that's you need very deep pockets to do that, and there are a lot better speculations than to buy that kind of stock.
The speculation is almost non-existent because there's no incentive there. I say it's been pretty bad to short this market for the last 2 or 3 years, so everyone's had their hands burnt who've done that, and they've had no interest in doing it. On the other side, why would you go long in a falling market?
Yeah, and I guess now, if you were to place an order now for prompt, you might get it shipped end of the second week of October, and then see it in mid-November. By the time you got it into a warehouse, it'll be end November. So we're past Christmas.
Then you've got to hang on to it until the new year when the duty
pack it and
in.
get it out and all that. So I can't see that there'll be a lot of buying between now and say January deliveries, and even January, and we know what it's like. It's not really. So
we need to find
party may be coming to an end.
Yeah, there needs to be a level where we get industry buyers interested. They're not interested at the moment. Where will that level be? 380 on standards, 370. I would presume there would be a bounce at some point, because a market that's come off well over 10% that quickly.
You would, but unfortunately, what tends to happen, we've seen this in cashews a year or 2 years back when it got to 450, and then it had to go down almost to 3 before it found any traction, before it could people would engage with it. That's a big fall, and it can mean severe damage to people in the supply chain. Factories can close or mysteriously go on fire, but it's a dangerous situation, and we might be just in the crest of that if it rains a lot.
Well, I mean, so you look at it from the supply side, they're saying, the crop is down, but we've now, for the first time in a long time, demand is talking. And you look at the problems in China and Dubai.
Well, China's out of it. Remember Ontak Long? I mean, it's like a name from the past in terms of affecting the market. India, well, I think there was a bit of buying, but I suspect that's just guys defending their positions. And then for Europe, the standard 5s and all that, slow and steady, I guess.
It is. It's a mature market. It's not really growing as such. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, so we might be on the cusp here. We might find that we go down a little bit, get some buying, and then it steadies up again. But it feels different to me. It feels different.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.